Last time on Out Chasing Stars, we gave our friend Sarah a taste of passage life and she ended up with a bit more than she'd bargained for. Rather than a light wind sail, we ended up with a tough upwind bash as winds accelerated between the islands. Eventually, we pulled into Lombok, where we said goodbye to Sarah and got to attend the opening of a kindergarten school built by cruisers to help the earthquake-damaged island. From Lombok, it was time to head over to one of the most famous tourist islands in the world. We are on the move again. Woo! I know, so exciting. We have had the boat in Lombok for quite a while. We had to drop Sarah off. We did a quick trip back to the States. Came back, we had a whole lot of projects we were working on. Got a chance to, while we were gone, some of the cruisers helped rebuild the school because Lombok was absolutely devastated by earthquakes a little bit before we got there. And so we got a chance to go see the school commemoration ceremony, which is really cool.
It was very cool.
That was really awesome. And so now we're back on the boat, the sails are up, and we're off towards Bali.
Yeah.
That's kind of exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Once again, the islands really wreaked havoc on the wind, so we got to experience a wide range of conditions. Our first stop in Bali was Ahmed Bay, and we had a pleasant surprise waiting for us when we arrived. Working extra hard to get us those last couple miles, huh?
Yeah, well.
Secure?
Secure.
Oh, good. You can come by now. What'd you find?
I think it's dolphins. There's a fin that keeps surfacing.
Well, they're being very sneaky.
Well, I saw them like 5 or 6 times and you just weren't paying enough attention.
So they're Amy dolphins is what you're saying.
Yes, they like me. They don't like you.
I can live with that.
Hey, who's driving the boat?
Oh, shoot. Starry Horizons self-driving vehicle.
Alright, back to work.
Hey, we made it.
We did.
How was it out there?
It was fine. The wind really blows through between the islands from the south, and so we had like 20 knots of true wind speed.
And what was the forecast for today?
10 knots.
Yeah, that's a pretty good acceleration.
So we were sailing upwind, very tight upwind, and pretty fast, but it's hard to point. So, yeah.
It's nice when we got towards Bali, the wind started shifting a little bit.
Yes, the wind like curves around, so towards the end we were almost dead downwind coming in.
Just a little bit of everything today, huh?
Just keep easing the sheet.
Yeah.
Keep going. Easing.
I like it. And and we've got a neighbor out there, huh?
We do have a neighbor. Right there. We anchored I mean, we're not too close, but we anchored close to them. And it's Sailing Catalpa.
Yeah. Always nice to meet another YouTuber out here.
Yeah.
Guess we'll have to go say hi at some point, huh?
Well, nobody's home right now, but we will go say hi. Especially if we want to get the scoop around here. Because, yeah, sounds like there may be something for us to do.
Well, I guess this is Indonesia. There's always something to do.
There's always something to do.
Lee, Sarah, Taj, and Bella from Catalpa had been cruising Indonesia for a while, so we had watched some of their videos and even corresponded a bit before we'd arrived. This was an unplanned meetup though, and once we were done talking shop about making YouTube videos, we made plans for the next day.
Hey, what you doing out here?
We're going diving.
Ooh,
Yeah.
What is this dive? What's going on?
Alright, so we've heard from several people that the Liberty wreck is a must-do dive in Bali. So it is about 15 minutes via planing dinghy that way, which is kind of a long haul. But our friends next door on Catalpa have done it already, so they're gonna come with us. So we're
Show
gonna
us
have a
the
little
ropes, as it were.
buddy dive this morning, and yeah, it's the USS Liberty, which was sunk by a Japanese torpedo in World War II, and beached. It was beached, and then the volcano erupted and pushed it into the water. So it's like I think the shallowest is 9 meters and the deepest is 30 meters, so not very deep at all. So it should be pretty good.
Gonna go have a good day, huh?
I think it's our first wreck dive, yeah?
Yeah. Good one to start on, I think.
Yeah.
Ahmed Bay was well worth the stop for the dive, but with winds shifting around to the north, the swell was horrendous. We only lasted 2 nights before we were on the move again. We are up and moving pretty early this morning, got up before the sun was even up, and raising the anchor just as the sun was peeking over the horizon. We had just, it was such a cool last couple days. Getting a chance to meet Catalpa, Lee and Sarah and the kiddos. Great time going diving to the Liberty wreck. Very first wreck dive I think we've ever done, and yeah, that was a pretty darn good one to start out with. And the reason we're up so early today is because we've got a 50 nautical mile passage to go, and very, very light winds on the side of Bali. There's just too many volcanoes and mountains and stuff like that, so we'll sail as best we can, but I think it's going to be a motor sail kind of day. So we wanted to make sure we got an early start. There's a ton of these fads and everything around, so we don't want to be doing this during dark hours, so just gotta wake up early. Amy was super nice to help get the anchor up, and she's gone back to bed now. So it'll just be me for a little while this morning. The winds started out crazy light this morning. Nothing quite like seeing true wind speeds about a single knot.
but they have filled in finally. We're now getting some true wind speeds up in the teens, amazingly enough. And we started out trying to use the screecher. The wind's kind of filled in and moved in a bit behind us. Then now we're doing some wing on wing, which is always fun. But that means I can't see anything in front of me, and there's still all these little fads to worry about. So just kind of having to run from side to side, keeping a close watch out. But you know what? It's worth it to turn that engine off. Hear just the sound of the hulls whistling through the water. I do love that. Hi.
Hey.
How are we looking there?
Looking good. Yeah.
On final approach here?
We are on final approach into WWII Bay. And we've caught up with the rally, although I'm pretty sure the event was over yesterday and we're just arriving, so they're gonna be leaving us behind again. But yeah, it looks a lot more protected than our last anchorage.
Thank goodness.
Really good.
Really rolly, yeah.
Yeah. But this one's got like a nice reef that kind of juts out, and so anything to the east side of the bay here is going to be more protected. So yeah, we're going to try to find a good spot amongst all of our friends.
That's the fun part.
Totally.
Sure enough, we found a spot, and our friends welcomed us in the best way possible. Delicious food.
You put everything together, I forgot.
It's so big.
You ready for an experiment?
Yes. I mean, we've got potatoes and onions and oil and zucchini.
The worst case,
It's gonna be terrible.
worst thing possible, the worst case scenario will be a mash of potatoes and zucchini.
Sounds pretty delicious, actually.
Yeah.
So, it should be okay.
We'll be totally fine, Carlos.
Okay. I'm gonna do a technique I learned from Nerea Ruiz. Nerea, va por ti. She puts this in here for 5 minutes, so the eggs everything starts cooking and mixing.
Ah, right there.
So
huh?
when you put it there, it's a bit more compact. I don't know if this is right. If this is wrong, I like it, and I just do it.
Hey, whatever works, that's my philosophy.
So now we put it here,
Everything. Ah, okay.
and it's gonna be a big omelette.
Oh yes, perfect.
It's gonna be delicious.
Finally, perfect size.
Let's see, and are you ladies are pretty excited over here?
I'm very excited for Carlos's cooking. I'm sure it's gonna be fantastic.
Especially because it means you're not
I'm not cooking. I love it.
It's a very good omelette.
Okay, ready?
It's the plan.
No, it was a joke. I will turn it on the light.
Oh, Carlos! I had my hopes all high.
You were really expecting me to turn all that in here, and you were gonna let me. That was amazing.
I have a lot of trust and faith
I
over
should
there,
have
buddy.
filmed your faces.
So tomorrow, can I come over to flip some grapes?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that
And
was
now-
good.
You put
Oh,
this side.
look how beautiful that is.
This is done. Omelette done. We just have to turn it, fire off, and la omelette de la mama. Voila!
Oh, that is just beautiful.
Yes.
Omelette de la mama.
Bring that over here so we
Your
can get a
mom's
closer
omelet?
look at that, Carlos. Oh,
Yes, the
yeah,
recipes of his mom.
that's some good stuff there.
Almost everything you do is the
Nicely
recipes
done,
of his
sir. Nicely done.
Okay, you want a eighth, eh?
Yes. Por favor, Carlos. Oh yeah, look at that.
Well, Carlos, thank you so much for making
Yes.
omelets. Linda, thank you for making the veggies.
mom.
Thank you.
It's good to be back with
Share
you
this
guys.
moment with us.
We've got another adventure today. What are we doing today, babe?
The Lavina Beach Tour. Lavina Area Tour.
I want to say, not just the beach, we're getting a car and we are going to be hopefully seeing some waterfalls, some rice paddies,
Some temples.
a temple. Yeah, so we've got a lot on the
Big day.
docket today.
One benefit of arriving after everyone else is they can tell us all the good places to visit. Several people suggested the Get Waterfall, and since it was super hot and a nice dunk in a cool waterfall sounded great, we put it on the list.
We are at our first waterfall stop for the day. We've hired a local guide, and because we've done so, we get to go to 2 waterfalls. One is a secret waterfall, so hopefully less tourists. We'll find out here in just a little bit.
Whoa. Wow, that is awesome. It's a really nice waterfall.
What did you think of the waterfall, babe?
It was very nice.
Yeah, was it kind of cold?
It's very cold. It's a very refreshing swim. I feel like I've had a bath. Nice cold bath. And yeah, the waterfall is really beautiful.
It was a secret waterfall, huh?
It was a secret waterfall.
No one
We
else
had
is
it all
here.
to ourselves. It's awesome.
And then there's one more on this one too, I guess.
The Sangigi waterfall? Sangigi waterfall?
Never gonna be able to pronounce that.
That way, I know. Pronunciations are hard.
All right.
Yeah. But
One
that one's more
waterfall.
popular.
Yeah.
The secret waterfall was upstream of the Get Waterfall, so we had a bit more hiking to do to get down to it. But this time, I decided I would jump in for a nice waterfall massage as well.
So that waterfall was awesome.
Two
It's like
very
a
good waterfalls.
high pressure shower back there, which is pretty cool. Where are we off to next?
I have no idea.
Temple, rice fields, who knows? Gonna go see something else pretty cool though.
Our driver was pretty well practiced at these kind of day-long tours, and he said the temple was next. So, to the temple we went.
We have found ourselves at the Balinese temple.
So it's called Ulan Danu Baritan, hopefully. Baritan? I hope I'm saying that right, probably not. But it is a Balinese temple built in 1634.
It's a long, long time ago. This is a beautiful grounds too.
We even found SpongeBob SquarePants.
Walking into the temple, we were hoping that we'd find some informational signs explaining more about the buildings and the temple grounds. Unfortunately, we couldn't really find any, so we found a bench and did some research.
Did you look up a little more information about the temple?
I did. So the temple is dedicated to WWII Danu, the Balinese water, lake, and river goddess, due to the importance of Lake Bratan as main source of irrigation for central Bali. So we saw all these farms, and we are going to see a rice field today, and all of these get irrigation from this lake because this is upstream, so everything's downstream. And they grow strawberries and tobacco and corn and
Rice,
lots of
apparently.
stuff. Rice, yeah. So it's pretty crucial to the local economy.
It didn't take too long to explore the grounds, but we did get to see one of the impressive Balinese gates we'd heard so much about, as well as the 4 sacred buildings. Each one was dedicated to a different Hindu god. I still wish we knew more about the site, but I did really enjoy walking around a temple so important it's pictured on the 50,000 rupiah bill.
This is my favorite flower that we've seen.
Pretty beautiful.
Someday I will grow these at home.
You almost like blend in with that shirt you're wearing. Amy, where'd you go? I can't see you.
And my hair with the amaryllis, I just look like I belong here.
What do you think of the temple here, babe?
It's very nice. It's very crowded.
Yeah. Most tours we run into in a long time.
Yeah. And it's kind of a do your own research thing about Hindu temples, because I don't really know much about them. I wish I knew more.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of information like explaining what different things are and stuff like that, but just like the kind of the different artwork and the carvings and stuff like that, that's really impressive.
The grounds are really nice. Like
well maintained.
Yes, there's lots of like cut shrubs and flowers.
Trees and flowers and
lots of flowers. Yeah.
It's a nice kind of relaxing stop.
And the temperature is really nice. Let me tell you guys, we are up high at this lake. Whew, feels good.
No longer sweating just standing here.
The lake is located 1,200 meters above sea level, so we had done some serious climbing on our drive. But as we always say, what goes up must go down, and soon we were back on our way to the heat and humidity.
We made a quick stop. What's going on here?
We did. So this is like a resort called Breeze, I think. And they have these beautiful Balinese gates, a Balinese gate. And they allow you to take selfies, but you have to buy a selfie ticket.
Selfie ticket.
Which is 30,000 per person, so it's about
$2.
Like $250 or something. But it's really pretty, and like there are these gates like this that people wait like 2 hours in line and pay a lot of money to take a photo. So we're like, all right, this is a pretty good opportunity.
Instagram time.
It's a nice big one, so yeah, that's pretty cool.
It may have been cheating just a bit to stop at a gate located at a resort, but it was even more impressive than the one at the temple, and we managed to get the picture we wanted without waiting for hours or photoshopping other people out of it. One of the other big suggestions from our friends was to stop at some of the famous rice fields in Bali. We had intended to go to the WWII rice terraces, which are a UNESCO heritage site, but unfortunately, something got lost in translation with our driver. We ended up at the Munduk rice terrace, which isn't quite as impressive as development has taken over a lot of the rice fields. Still, it was a pretty great view from the air. At this point, it had already been a very long day, but there was one final stop to make.
Found you.
You found me.
Where are we at now?
We are at the hot springs. Holy hot springs.
Of course they are.
Yeah. This is like not that far from Lavina, so
Last stop for the day.
last stop of the day. We're gonna go for a little dip in the holy waters.
That's weird. Just wrapped up at the hot springs. What'd you think?
It was nice. I mean, I'm not like a super hot springs person, but I enjoyed
You
it.
got an extra little massage though.
Oh yeah, that last pool we were in, like the stream came down really far and so harder. And I was like, oh yeah, work that knot. Great.
Not a bad way to end up the day, I guess.
The massage was just a warm-up, as we had a dinner on shore to celebrate Amy's birthday before soon heading off for our next passage to the island of Borneo.
Hey y'all, thank you very much for exploring Bali with us. You know, it has such its reputation as a tourist island, but there's so much stuff to do there. It was well worth taking a while to go and check it out. And I want to say a huge thank you to all of our friends who were there and helped make things a bit special, especially celebrating Amy's birthday. Always nice to do that in a great location. And coming up next, we've got a sail across Indonesia, dealing with all the fun stuff of sailing in Indonesia. So make sure you stick around, check that out. We'll see y'all next time.